What is a career? Career may be defined as a sequence. Now you will get a 10 marks question. What are the objectives of career planning? You are supposed to write all these objectives. So career planning ensures a constant supply of promotable employees. Process of career planning. When I say the word process, it is all about step-by-step approach. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now we are in the next chapter. Now that chapter is all about the career planning and development. Now in this chapter, I'm going to explain you about what exactly career is and what are the opportunity of career planning development. Now here the first one is career. A career may be defined as a sequence. What is a career? Career may be defined as a sequence. Sequence of jobs that constitute what a person does for a living. That is called career. Now, what do you mean by career planning? Now, according to there are three authors, Schermerhorn, Hunt, and Osborne. Now, these people, they actually said that career planning is a process of systematically matching career goals and individual capabilities with opportunities for their fulfillment. That means what? That's all about opportunity, the career goal, and everything is included. So career planning is a process of enhancing an employee's future value. It's a very important one. What is career planning? Career planning is the process of enhancing employees' future value. So let's go with the first one, that is the objectives of career planning. Now you will get a 10 marks question. What are the objectives of career planning? You are supposed to write all these objectives. The first one here is the major objective of career planning are as follows. The first one is to identify positive characteristics of employees. What is that you should do? You need to identify the positive characteristics of the employees. Second one, to develop awareness about each employee's uniqueness. Now, what is that? There are many people, the employees, who themselves they don't know what they are good at. That means their strength they don't know, their weakness they don't know, their uniqueness they don't know. So what is that you should do is to develop awareness about each employee's uniqueness. Thirdly, to respect feelings of other employees. See, career planning, it is not just thinking about yourself. You should also think about the others. See, in an organization, we cannot be like, it's only me who will be doing it. It should always be like we who will do it. So when you go with career planning, understand, to stamp somebody down and then going up, that is not career planning. You are supposed to take that person along with you. You should always have this vertical hierarchy, not the horizontal way. Now, career planning is also what? To attract talented employees to the organization. You should always encourage people, whoever are talented. That doesn't mean you should not discourage, right? You should never discourage anybody. You should always encourage people. So the fourth point is to attract talented employees to the organization. To train employees towards team building skills. See, this is the very important topic. That is building a team. Now in the career planning, what happens is a manager who really wants to go to the top management, he should build the team. So the team itself will actually make the manager go to the top level. It's not that the manager will actually chop all the talented people and can he go up? Definitely no. So a manager always aims at one thing, that is team building. To create healthy ways of dealing with conflicts, emotion and stress. This is the biggest objective of career planning. You need to always deal with all this conflict, emotions and stress in a healthy way. So these are the objectives of career planning. So what are the benefits of career planning? Now I have given you like 8 benefits of career planning. First will be here the 4 and the next one I'll tell you in the next one. So career planning ensures a constant supply of promotable employees. Now who are the employees? Promotable employees. it helps in improving the loyalty of employees once the career planning is there. Now the employees also know that after 2 years where exactly they will be. Next, after a year, where exactly they'll be. If they meet the target, what exactly the organization will be doing to them. So everything is known to the employees. So what happens is you will get that loyalty from the employees. Career planning encourages an employee's growth and development. Why? Because you can see the future. If you are in the company, if you are there in the organization, your future is clearly visualized. It discourages the negative attitude of superiors who are interested in suppressing the growth of the subordinates. So if career planning is there, nobody can actually do any kind of activity for you. That is, they can't treat you biased. That is, there will be few people who are superior who always have that insecurity about the subordinates. So what they usually do is they always suppress the subordinates only to make sure that the subordinates will never come above them. So career planning, what happens is, it is for everybody the same thing, whether it is a superior or subordinate. If you perform, you will be there. That is what it is. See, it's a beauty where subordinate can take an advantage of the career planning and they can move in the vertical hierarchical position. Now superior in return, what he should also do is, when the subordinate is growing, if career planning is there, even the superior will also grow. So that's the beauty about career planning. That is, each and every person, whoever does good for the organization, that person will actually grow. Next are, it ensures that senior management knows about the caliber and capacity of the employees who can move upward. So I told you about this vertical approach. Now this is what it is. There will be people who have caliber, they will start moving upwards. So this is what career planning aims at. It can always create a team of employees prepared enough to meet any contingency. Now they can act according to the situation because they know how to deal with conflict, they know how to deal with stress, they know how to actually match each other's strength and then move on with the new technology. So here what happens is, it can always create a team of employees. Next is, career planning reduces labor turnover. See, this is the major issues in all the MNC company, that is labor turnover. Why will any employee leave an organization? There can be two reasons. The first reason is the employee himself, they don't want to work in an organization where career planning is not there. Say I have worked for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, 6 years, but nobody is recognizing me and then I leave. The reason is what? Career planning isn't there. Now, supposingly career planning is there in the MNC company. Now I'll work for a year or 2 years, then I get to know that if I start working more, my career will be very good in the organization. Now what happens is, we'll never leave the job. So these are the examples which you are supposed to know. So when career planning is there, for each and every employee, now his vertical strength is actually there and vertical growth is there. Now what happens is, he will never leave the job. So career planning reduces labor turnover. Last one is, every organization prepares succession planning, towards which career planning is the first step. What is the first step? Career planning is the first step for any of the succession plannings. So the succession plannings are like, it's kind of a thing where a manager will know that who will be the successor of the next positions. So career planning is the basis and it is the first step of succession planning. Next one, we have our process of career planning. When I say the word process, it is all about step-by-step approach. When we go with the process, what happens is, the first process of career planning is identifying individual. First is what? You need to identify the individual and you need to go for aspirations. Now, most individuals do not have a clear-cut idea about their career aspirations, anchors and goals. So what is that you should do is, you need to identify them. So the HR professional must therefore help an employee by providing as much information as possible, showing what kind of work would suit the employee most, taking his skills, experience, and aptitude into account. So these are the things the HR person should, or the personnel should actually do it when they go for career planning. Second one we have is analyzing career opportunity. You need to analyze what will be his career opportunity. Once career need and aspirations of employees are known, the organization has to provide career paths for each position. For every position, say from your top management, top level, say middle level, and supervisor level. Each and every level you are supposed to go with the possibility, and that too clearly you are supposed to mention. They indicates the various positions that one could hold over a period. Say 1 year you work and you will get a promotion. 2 years you work, you achieve the target, you show that continuity, you show that contingency, you show that kind of equilibrium in your work, definitely you will achieve and you will be in the middle level management. 5 years, 6 years down the line, you be there and you are a person who will be the senior executive manager. Now what is it? Career development as well as career planning. Career path change over time. Of course, in tune with employees' need and organizational requirement. So here what happens is, if you go with the proper career planning, definitely you will achieve each and every goals which you want to set in the organization. The next one is all about aligning needs. What is it? Aligning needs and opportunity. Now, when you go with aligning needs and opportunity, after employee have identified their needs and have realized the existence of career opportunity, the remaining problem is of alignment. When, what, and how. This process consists of 2 steps. The first one is identify the potential of employees and then undertake career development programs with a view of align employee needs and organization opportunity. Now see, here what happens is you went with the strategy. That is, you have identified it, you saw the need, you saw the kind of a thing, and now you went with aligning. Now even the organization and the employee, both of them, they should have an alignment saying that what the organization can actually give and what is this employee can also give his services to the organization. Now aligning will happen. That is, see here, development program with a view of aligning employees' need. That is what the organization opportunity is and what is the need of the employee. Many of the employees in this particular stage, they want to stay in the company or they don't want to stay in the company. Say example, there is a person who is drawing 2 lakh rupees per month, and he sees that even after working so many hours or giving so much to the company cannot give him more than 2 lakh rupees because that is their cutoff. Now what happens, he can't align with the career development or career planning. So what happens is he will join some other company. That's the reason the company should always have the career planning, not for a year or 2 years, it should be for 5 years. So the more the employees are actually getting, the more the organization should also go for growth and expansion. Next one we have is the D, that is all about action plans and periodic reviews. Now periodic reviews are very, very helpful for career planning as well as career development. So the matching process would uncover gaps. These needs to be bridged. Through individual career development efforts and organization supported efforts from time to time. So you should have the consistency with you. After initiating these steps, it is necessary to review the whole thing every now and then. So that means what? The action plan and periodic reviews should be proper. You should always have that kind of consistency of efficiency and effectiveness in your job. And then what happens is definitely you will reach the way you really want to reach in the top. Next one is use of employee interest inventories. Now this is a very, very important process here. That is, Assessment centers and HR departments of many organizations are frequently using employee interest inventories for managing their career path. One such interest inventory is known as Strong Vocational Interest Bank, that is SVIB, which was first developed by K. Strong Jr. Later, this interest bank was modified by G. Frederick Kuder. Now, here what exactly happens is you are supposed to know the interest of the employee and then you are supposed to go for matching what exactly he is good at. Now, when you go with those things here, understand career planning is not just for the employee, it should also benefit the organization at the large. The organization should also know what is the uniqueness the employee carries and what will be the thing what he can do it for the organization. Then what happens is we can go with one of the things, that is use of employee interest inventories. These are the process of career planning. If you have any doubt regarding this, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.